Hello friends, many of my online family have asked me to record a video after watching my last video. Hey Vijay, we want to know, like you said in the previous video in the teaser, how long will it take us to become professional traders, full-time professional traders who can actually run their household expenses on pure trading income alone? Well, you ask, I give. So here goes the video. Do remember, I'm addressing traders, not investors. So if you're into buy and hold long-term investing, please watch this video accordingly. Now, first of all, I'm not going to resort to any jargon, complicated kind of technicalities, because I've told you in my earlier videos, I do not believe in complicating things to sound intelligent, like the title song in Amar Akbar Anthony, my name is Anthony Gonsalves. Mr. Bachchan sang by the hemoglobin of the atmospheric pressure in the country. Hey, there is no such thing. It's just to make somebody sound intelligent. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep it simple like we are, and one real world trader to another. Let's dive right into this topic. First and foremost, I share my viewpoint. You can please feel free to disagree. While I will stay away from the hemoglobin of the atmospheric pressure in the country approach, I also do not subscribe to the 2-minute Maggi noodle approach either. No, you can't become a successful trader by being a legend in the lunch hour. You think you can hold a regular job and trade for 30, 40, 50 or 60 minutes in your lunch hour and become a millionaire? That ain't happening. You need to be constantly monitoring the screen. You need to be watching the snapshot window that you're seeing on your screen. You want to notice the subtle nuances on the tick list and on the volume weighted average window to get a feel, the pulse of what's happening in the market, the price, volume, open interest windows, to see where the price is headed with what volumes and what trader interest. That means it's a full-time job. Banish the thought that Maggi noodles is the way to become a full-time professional successful trader. Like I said, you can feel free to disagree. Do remember, I have nothing to sell you online. No classes, no mentoring, no software, hardware, portfolio management, advisory services, or money management. So I take my money from the market. I'm just sharing my thoughts and views on how I did it. You know what? Trading is a very competitive endeavor. You can call it sport. I prefer to call it passive combat. It is nothing less than combat. Now, you want to take it as a competitive sport. How long do you think an Olympics level athlete or a Wimbledon level athlete takes before he or she can reach the finals? If you Google search this, there's something called the 10,000 hour rule. An Olympian or a Wimbledon level athlete starts from pre-teens, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. They start practicing their skills. They start practicing in their sports. And maybe in their late teens or early adolescent years, they reach where they are. So they take 10,000 hours of training, diligent practice to get where they are. How long do you think a soldier is trained in the armed forces before he masters the art of battlecraft? You think he can be taught how to aim a rifle, shoot, fly an aircraft, pilot an aircraft and shoot down enemy planes, commander a battleship, all in Maggi noodle style in the lunch hour? Can't be done. Why would trading be any different? Now, why am I calling trading a kind of passive warfare? In his super famous and superlative book, the late Dr. Alexander Elder, who was a trained psychologist and a famed trader at the same time, in his superb book, Trading for a Living, Dr. Alexander Elder said, in the Roman days, the Roman emperors used to have spectator-level gladiator fights, bouts. Now, gladiators were actually slaves and they possessed no material possession. It was all confiscated by the state. But in a gladiatorial bout, the winner was required by force to kill the loser. Even though he might be still alive after losing, he was supposed to kill the loser, and his wife and children would be given as prize money to the winner. That was the winner's material possession. Now, Dr. Alexander Elder says that was Rome. Today's society has become a lot more civilized. We do not have swords and shields to fight our enemy or our opponents and contemporaries. We use mice, keyboards, computer screens, and the internet to trade and defeat our fellow traders. Like I keep saying myself, we traders are brain warriors. We fight and win with our ideas. We are not required to run faster than the other guy, swim longer and faster than the other guy, lift heavier weights, or box the other guy into oblivion. So this is indeed a competitive sport. And Dr. Alexander further states that the wife and kids of the losing gladiator were doomed to be perpetual slaves of the victorious gladiator. In today's society, we do not kill the losing trader, but the wife and children of the bankrupt losing trader suffer no less hardship. They suffer a life of deprivation. They are deprived of some of the finer things in life. No cars, no holidays, no expensive clothes or outings because the trader has lost money. So the suffering to the family of a losing trader is in no way diminished. And not to forget, the psychological crushing feeling of being defeated, which I have talked about in behavioral psychology and trading psychology videos. Please do watch these videos. As a matter of fact, whatever I want you to watch or read by way of reference books, the hyperlinks to those are in the pinned comment below and in the description below this video. So please do not treat trading lightly. It is as competitive as any sport. It is as lethal as any combat activity, but it is passive combat. So I come back to what I said earlier, 10,000 hours of training by an Olympian level athlete. You can't be doing anything in shorter amounts of time. You must have heard an old saying, you can't have a baby in 1 month by impregnating 9 women at the same time. It'll still take all those 9 women 9 months itself. The only difference is you're going to have 9 babies after 9 months and not 1 baby in 1 month. Trading cannot be short-circuited and taken as a shortcut. Now you might want to ask me, Vijay, why do I need 10,000 hours? Why do I need so long an experience to basically become a full-time successful professional trader who runs his house on trading income alone? Now, my logic for this recommendation is that you must not only have seen a bullish phase or only a bearish phase in the market, you will get a fuller perspective, a broad spectrum of experience only if you've seen bulls and bear phases and at least 2 of them. Now go back in time on any free charting software, whether it's investing.com, tradingview.com or whatever, and tell me how many years would it have taken you to see a last bull market followed by a bear market to have seen one complete cycle. Now you know what I'm talking about. There is no substitute to time and experience in this game. Now, within the bull and bear cycles, there are pro-cyclical and counter-cyclical phases as well. Pro-cyclical phases are when the market and the financial asset prices are moving in the same direction as the real economy. And counter-cyclical markets are those where the financial asset prices are moving in divergent directions as compared to the economy. For example, after 2020 April, you're seeing factories, offices being all shut down globally because of the COVID lockdowns. But markets were going to the moon. That was an extreme example of counter-cyclical markets. Now, what I have told you in my earlier video, which you can watch here, there are 2 of them as a matter of fact, your complete strategy to pro-cyclical markets, I expect 2025 and onwards to be a pro-cyclical phase. This is an undeniable cycle. Counter-cyclicality is followed by pro-cyclicality and vice versa. These are business phases, and if you've studied the Kondratief wave or the K wave, you will know what I mean. So to be able to be a completely rational, experienced, savvy and profitable trader, you must have seen 2 bull and bear phases and at least 1, if not 2, pro and counter cyclical market phases, because prices behave absolutely differently, like I've told you in those pro and counter cyclical videos. Do watch those. These are very painstakingly made detailed videos which you will not get anywhere, and that is my challenge to you. The second aspect of why you need so much time to become a full-time successful trader is that each asset class has its own unique style of trading. Now do remember how asset prices move differently and for what reason. I believe in a 360-degree worldview of the market. I base my studies on cause and effect theory. Take for example, stock prices of sugar companies and the price of sugar on commodity exchanges. You will see that the government controls the price of sugar, so it will move very little. Why? Because if the price of sugar was to go up too high, it will cause disruptions in society. Which means a commodities trader who's trading sugar will have to trade 10,000 lots to be able to make 10,000 rupees because the price moves by $1. But take for sugar stocks on the other hand. Every 7 years, the sugar cycle changes. All right. Now, a 2 to 10 rupee stock of a sugar company will go to 50 and 100. So they can become multi-baggers. Do you think a stock that multiplies in price will be traded in the same manner as the price of the underlying commodity that hardly moves 2% and 3%? No. This takes experience to understand. And why do you forget the price of a foreign exchange currency pair? How long do you think the USD INR has taken to go from 82 to 84? Now, currency pairs are traded in 4 decimal points. Yes, that's right, 4 decimal points. If you get the 4th decimal point wrong, not too much of damage. 3rd decimal point wrong, some damage. 2nd and 1st decimal point wrong, hey, your boss is going to kick you out of the job. Because the earth moves in these small minuscule differences. Why? Because people take tens of thousands of contracts because the price volatility is this small. So to be able to learn these subtle nuances of the market, you need time. There is no substitute for time and experience, which is why I don't think, and hey, that's just me, feel free to disagree. I don't believe in the 2-minute Maggi noodle style of becoming a full-time successful trader, that to a legend in the lunch hour. If you want to run your household expense on trading income alone, what makes you think that your electricity bill is going to be discounted if you're a commodity trader? Will the electricity company tell you, hey, Vijay, we understand that sugar prices only move 2 rupees a kilo. Don't worry, we are going to subsidize your electricity. We're going to recover it from a stock guy where the price goes up 10, 20, 30 times depending on the cycle of the sugar commodity. No, your cost of living is going to be the same. Your maidservant or your rent is not going to be different whether you're a commodity or an equity trader, and yet you must excel in all these markets. The equity market trades for 6 hours and 15 minutes or 6 hours and 30 minutes depending on whether you're talking about pre-open. But commodity markets are open for 14.5 to 15 hours depending on summer and winter time. Why should I waste my time? After the equity market shuts, I trade commodities. So I better be good at both these markets. It takes time to master them. The other aspect, how do prices move in various seasons? Take for example, natural gas. Now this commodity is used for heating in the winter. What happens to natural gas? If you have access to a trading terminal, do me a favor, do yourself also a favor and tell me how are prices placed in the October, November and December series. You will see a difference of 10, 12, 15, sometimes even 20% in the prices of different contracts. If you are a novice, if you are a newbie and an inexperienced trader, you will get carried away by somebody's dumb, I have no other word to say, dumb idea that gas prices are flaring up. Hey, if you were to carry over your long positions, are you really making this much money? Are you actually making 50% over 3 months? Or is 50% in the third month traded higher because it's just the cost of carry? Is it justified to pay this much interest cost? This is nothing but seasonal calendar premium that natural gas commands. Similarly, US hurricane season starts in the beginning of June, ends on end of October, or sometimes extends up to end of November. Crude oil prices are higher, but there could be backwardation, which means the next month future could be lower. And the third month future could be even lower. How long will it take you to know with personal experience? At least 2 cycles. That means 2 years. You must have 2 winters to know what gas behaves. You must have 2 hurricane seasons to know how crude behaves. You need at least 2 summer and winter cycles, the Asian wedding season, to know how gold and silver behaves in these periods. So cyclicality, seasonality, wars, especially what's happening. Look at what's happening between Israel and Hamas, Israel and Iran in the Gaza war, and what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. How did gas prices jump only to collapse? These subtle nuances take time, and the markets are built to confuse, twist, turn, and break your morale. It'll take time to understand all these. It takes time to understand your own self via your trades. How? You will know how much stress you can take when the trade is going against you, but your stop loss is not reached. You will only know how much the market moves in one particular direction away from its moving average before the moving average pulls it towards itself. And no 2 counters will trade the same. Remember, sugar moves a few percentage points, but sugar stocks move a few 100 times. 10, 20, 30, 50, 200 or even 500 times, depending on which time of the sugar cycle you're in. All right. So you will realize your own reaction, your outer limits of patience only over a period of time. And if you think that trading is something that you're doing against the market, you're fighting against the market, fighting against your fellow traders, fighting against your terminal screen, hey, you're wrong. You're fighting against you. Your fears, your greed, and therefore trading is a journey of self-discovery. You are discovering your strengths, your weaknesses, and once you've discovered your strengths and weaknesses, you've not won the battle. Hey, that's only half the job done. You need to conquer your weaknesses. You need to rein in your greed. Remember what I said in my earlier video. After we've made good money, I am God. I can't do anything wrong. So I'm going to take 5 lots, 10 lots and 20 lots now. Bang! Big loss. Or after huge losses, I am no good as a trader. So like I said, this discipline, this mastery over yourself, this discovery of your own self is going to take time. Forget about the Maggi noodle approach to trading. And if you think your trading journey and the learning process is going to come to an end, you're wrong. Just as the market is something you think you have mastered, the markets will evolve. Markets are nothing but perfect examples of behavioral psychology or behavioral finance. Prices behave according to the collective action of each and every trader or each and every market participants. Although there are millions and billions of them worldwide, but every person's buy and sell pressure has its pull and push on the price. And like you, these traders are also evolving. Their skill sets are growing over a period of time. So their behavior changes and therefore the markets evolve. Do not think that you have found a master key to the lock called the market, because just when you think you found the key, the market will change the lock. Your process of evolution starts all over again. So I would consider myself, and I'm very pleased to say this, a lifelong student of the market. I'm learning, I'm re-evolving myself, rediscovering myself, remastering myself at all times. This is the only way to move forward. In the excellent book, The Mountain is You, Brianna Wiest has written, don't worry, the hyperlink to everything is below the video, has written that you are the biggest impediment to your own success. To that extent, I tell my fellow traders, you know what? The market doesn't really give a damn whether we exist or not. As a matter of fact, the market doesn't even know who Vijay Ambani is. It's an inanimate object on an electronic trading platform with the bids and the offers flashing. I make out the bid and offer spreads and I take my moves accordingly. I think I'm trading against the market and the market knows who I am. It's not. I'm trading against myself and I'm modifying my own behavior. Guess what? I am my own raw material and I am my own finished product. How I take that raw material, shape it, evolve it, mature it, bake it, twist it, decorate it, will depend on how good or bad the finished product is going to be like. It's all up to me. Which is what Brianna Wiest is saying in The Mountain Is You. You are your own impediment, your own hurdle. Overcome you yourself. Ask yourself this question. How old am I? For my part, I will answer that. I'm 58 years old. If at all, I have been making trading errors for as long as I have been making. Out of these 58 years, admittedly, I've been trading only for 38 years. So if I've been making some mistakes over the last 38 years and I want to change them, I want to change my mindset, my mentality, my trading psychology. What makes you think that errors burnt and hardwired into my mental wiring over 38 years can be changed in the lunchtime and make me a legend of the lunch hour? Hey, it's not going to happen fast, all right? It's going to take time. Now to put some numbers onto the estimates. If you are feeling a little put off, don't be. My job is to confront you with reality. Do remember, I have no vested interest. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm not telling you that it's going to be taking you a long time unless you join any of my courses. Hey, I don't provide any. So let's go back to numbers. Let's say the 10,000 hour rule, which I swear by. Now, what does 10,000 hours mean? Let's say you're a commodities trader. Commodity markets trade for 14.5 to 15 hours depending on summer or winter time. All right. So it's going to take you 667 days to become a proficient commodities trader. Equity markets, on the other hand, trade for 6.25 hours or 6.5 hours. Let's take 6.5 hours. It's going to take you 1,626 trading sessions or a little under 7 years to become a good equities full-time professional profitable trader. That's how it's going to take. Is there any backing? Is there any proof or validation of this hypothesis? Yes, there is. To our good luck, the Chicago Board of Options Exchange, a completely electronic exchange, has computerized records from its early inception. And they have found what we call the golden grail, the holy grail of trading history. Number one, they say no more than 12% of traders make money. Approximately 88% of traders lose money. Remember what SEBI said in my last videos? Here, you can watch all of these videos here. SEBI's findings have been somewhat identical. Only thing is, Indian traders, not 12% of them make money. It's a little less. Secondly, the Chicago Board of Options Exchange says on an average, it takes a trader to reach proficiency in full-time trading approximately half a decade, which is what I'm telling you. In equities, it'll take you approximately 7 years, a little less than 7 years actually. And in commodities, it'll take you approximately 3 years. And that too of rigorous trading. Now, some of my online family members have said, Vijay, I neither have the patience nor the money, especially since in the beginning I'm going to be losing money. How do you expect me to lose money for almost 6 to 7 years in equities or 3 years in commodities? Why don't I do paper trading? It's as good as trading. I'll be watching price, volume, open interest, noting down at what level I entered and exited, and it's all the same. I beg to differ. There may be people who think paper trading is like it, but Ask a pilot how it feels to fly an aircraft while training in a simulator, and how does it feel when you have 310 lives on board in your aircraft and you're responsible for it. The look and feel of flying really with responsibility is very different. If you were to read 3 books on how to swim like an Olympic champion, do you think you're going to become a swimmer without even entering the pool? If you're going to watch a Master Chef, do you think you're going to become a proficient cook in the very first dish that you cook after watching that TV show? Be real. I don't think that's happening. So paper trading is not something that's going to make you feel the hurt, the pain, the joy, the stress, the sleeplessness at night that you will get from real trading. These small pains and aches are teaching points. Arnold Schwarzenegger, in his book Education of a Bodybuilder, said, when I went to the gym for the first time, everybody told me, hey Arnold, stop lifting to so many heavy weights because you're not used to training. It was the first time you went to the gym. By the time you reach home, your muscles will be sore. I laughed it off because I was feeling nothing. But by the time I reached halfway home on the bicycle, my legs felt like noodles and I fell down. I had no energy. My muscles were sore. And those aches and pains taught me where my muscles were. So without trading with actual hardcore money, you will not feel the pain of a loss, nor will you feel the joy of a gain. Paper trading does not cut the ice. You can't really look at the photographs of the Swiss Alps and say, okay, I looked at these photographs so long enough that I don't actually need to feel and go there personally for a holiday. Doesn't work. Will spending 10,000 hours in trading guarantee you that you would become a fully proficient, successful, full-time trader who can run his house on trading income alone? First of all, rule out this word guarantee from trading. The question itself is incorrect. Why? Because trading is a game of probabilities, not of guarantees. We only have probabilities of success. The bigger edge and the skill you have in trading, the higher is the probability of success. And therefore, no, the probability of success will improve with experience, but not everyone after spending 10,000 hours of trading and practice with real money will reach the efficiency of an international Robbins Cup trading champion, which is the world famous renowned trading competition in the US. We are all made differently. Our mindsets are made differently. Our psychology is different and our pain threshold is different. Some traders adapt very, very fast. They are like clay. You can shape them into any shape they want. The others are like a wooden bamboo. It takes Herculean effort to bend it, and beyond a point, it breaks. Some are somewhere in the middle. They are like a rubber tube. They can bend, but they can't bend over double, or definitely not bend too much before breaking. So like I said, we are all different. The tenacity, the amount of tenacity that you have in the mind, remember what I told you, we are brain warriors, is different with each trader. And we are born with these qualities. So are good traders, great traders, born or are they trained? That is a topic for a separate video altogether. If you want it, I'm willing to make that video for you, provided there are a big enough number of requests in the comments segment. So are good traders definitely born or trained? Well, training can improve your P&L substantially. Yes, definitely. Training and mentoring can improve you substantially. But can everyone become a full-time successful trader? I'm sorry, I have bad news. Not everyone watching this video will be able to run his house or her house 5 years or 7 years down the line with pure trading income alone. That's a hard fact. Like I said, I have the luxury of not selling any goods or services or providing any services. So I speak what I think is the truth. Feel free to offer me your bouquets and brickbats. Friends, before I log out from this video, a reminder to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Click on the bell icon to receive instant alerts about fresh videos being put up out here. In the comment segment, do let me know how my videos are helping you become a better trader and what else would you want me to record to help you trade better. And a request, share my video with like-minded smart traders like yourselves. Help me to reach out to a wider audience and help a lot more traders become better at the process of self-discovery and self-mastery. Thank you for your patience in being with me in this long video. Till we meet in my next, this is Vijay signing off for now. Take care. Bye-bye.